Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the rookie Braxton Miller has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting...
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan.
Jalen Strong, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes in. To train their feet to get down in bounds.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for that. An opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Come on, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not...
And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lamar Houston in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have broken the tie. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff.
And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work with.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And a man out of Notre Dame, Fuller, with that first trip into the end zone.
When I watch him play, I think instead of calling signals and finishing with hut-hut to start a play, for him, they had to fire a starter's pistol because he is just like a track guy exploding off the line of scrimmage. And while we're getting used to these big body receivers...
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Mitch Unrein. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Steps away to his left. And some room to work. Oh, what a move. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a third down. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Miller on the catch over the middle. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is caught. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mitch Unrein in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And finding Fedorowicz. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. But defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the I. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. What?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Three down.
Miller, the lone setback. They'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a time?
And now out comes Houston. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people think.
And looks like he'll throw here. That's caught at the 1. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Houston, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of...
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Super rich complaining, I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Stand in the winner's circle, make room for a man from the middle where you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kind of listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle where you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kind of listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this...
Tight, tight, watch left. Tight, tight, watch left.
Here we go! Grand 38!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he's got room. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go! Flag round! Flag round! Come on!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opener. Comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt
it's caught inside the 25. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Braxton Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in big.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter, punch.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now.
And here comes the Texans now.
Come on, let's go. White, none. White, none.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will extend their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results.
And now out comes Houston.
Strong left.
Here we go. Fan 38.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, After a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Three yards remaining here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And a nice spin into some open field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are. They'll look to throw here on first down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Flush to his right, and this will be a touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Texans will add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Fuller. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Texans have been solid in the secondary to this point. The Chiefs have struggled now for 2 straight weeks in the passing department, and so it just hasn't been a big part of their offense. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Texans have possession early in the first. Fuller's wide open here on the catch, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Texans with the football midway through the first. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and it leads to a touchdown. The lead grows to 17. Texans with the football late in the first. The pass will be completed into coverage, and he'll go in for the touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18. Now to early in the second quarter. The catch is made after a quick pass, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. Texans go up by 18. Now to late in the second. They'll go with the run here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. That takes the lead up to 18. So that's it.
Double tight, guys, double tight. No. 3 down.
Miller, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
3 down.
Here we go. Fan 38. Fan 38.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 8 yards there and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Dancing to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better. And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Miller, the lone setback. Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Lamar Miller, the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 79 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Miller with it over the middle. Out across the 45. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On the right side, this is Miller. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Stays on his feet. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's at least...
They begin with a run by Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is... Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they indeed fall to defeat here this afternoon. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
There are men, and there are giants.